Welcome to my channel. My name is Sarah. You already know from the title that my cat is going to be picking my makeup today. This was trending a year or so ago, but I wasn't on YouTube back then, so I'm doing it now. So how it's going to work is I'm going to set out 3 options for each product and put a piece of food on each and see which one my cat goes to. I usually feed her after I get home from work, so she should be hungry right now. I hope this actually works. She's a bit of a lazy cat. I buy toys for her and she doesn't really like to play with them, and if you've ever seen a cat video where they play with the laser pointer, they're usually running all around chasing it. She just likes to watch it. I really hope this works out, because otherwise I'll just have to, I don't know, have my dog do it maybe. I also apologize if the lighting is going to be terrible because I don't have great lighting for where I'm going to be filming her. I hope the lighting right now is better though. I got a reflector and some whiteboard, so I hope it's looking slightly better. It's a slow process, but I am improving, I think. Now let's see if she takes the bait. All right, Mila. Oh. She's chosen. Mila. All right. She was going to that one before I even set the food down, so. Ooh, she passed that one up. She really likes CYO. Look. She said, I'm done. All right, at last. She went to that one before I even set down the food, so I think this is a winner. All right. Okay. Yay, last one. Alright, now you can eat in peace, Mila. I think it's still going to take me some time to figure out lighting and reflecting, so if it's not any better, sorry. So the first thing she chose is the First Aid Beauty Hydrating Primer. I do really like this one. I don't know if you can hear that, but she's actually finally playing with one of the only toys she will play with, and it's like the circle scratch board with the ball that goes around it. She loves to do that whenever I am filming or trying to sleep. I don't know if I already said this. I really like this primer. It is very hydrating. It feels so good. It doesn't really like fill in pores or do anything spectacular, but it is hydrating and it doesn't leave me oily, which is great. I think it does help foundation stay on a little bit longer. For foundation, she chose the one I used in my last video, the AOA from Shop Miss A Buildable Satin Foundation. This is their new drop liquid foundation they just came out with. I've been using this since my last video when I tried it out, and I really like it. It's definitely not for a full glam look or a full coverage day, but on a day where you're just like doing errands, hanging out, and you want a little bit of coverage, it's perfect. Like, it just provides the sheerest light coverage. You can build it, but I typically will just leave it. I also didn't want my cat to choose brows because there's not much you can deviate from with brows. A brow pencil is a brow pencil. There's nothing really exciting there. So I just have my brows left on from work earlier. They're kind of getting covered up by the foundation, but I will touch them up at the end. It just looks so nice on the skin. It really doesn't look like I am wearing any foundation. For foundation, she chose the Kokie Be Bright Illuminating Concealer. I haven't used this one in a little while, so it would be nice to try it out. It's a bit darker, so hopefully it doesn't look too bad. I don't really have self-tanner or any kind of tan going on right now, so. I like this concealer too. I often forget about it. It's not the most full coverage, but I will usually pair it with something a little bit lighter to add also a little bit more coverage, and I end up really liking it. It looks pretty nice underneath my eyes. It doesn't look drying or just too cakey. One downside though is it does settle into the lines underneath my eyes kind of quickly, but I have a lot of just fine lines underneath my eyes from lack of sleep, genetics. Okay, for powder, she chose the CYO Fixing Powder. This only comes in one shade. Do I want to bake? Maybe a little. This, I'm not the hugest fan underneath my eyes. I like it better as an all-over face powder because it's just a little bit too dry, if that makes sense, underneath the eyes. Like it really settles into my lines and doesn't end up looking very good. I'm also going to dust a little bit of that on my face just to kind of set everything. It's also a very thin powder, so it just kind of goes everywhere. Okay, so I touched up my brows a bit. They're not perfect, but it is 8 p.m. on a Monday night. I'm not going anywhere. For bronzer, she chose the CYO Matte Press Powder in Medium. I went over this in my CYO video that this isn't actually a bronzer, but it is dark enough so that it works for a very light bronze on my pale skin. It's very subtle. I can build it up if I want, but usually when I am just going to work, I don't want a ton of bronzer to warm up my face. Not many people really wear makeup at my work, so I don't really get the motivation to, contour and do a lot of bronzer and all that stuff. Usually it's just on the weekends or after work when I'm filming. My dog is crying right now. I think she really wants to be part of the video. She's like, why didn't you let me choose? I wouldn't have taken so long to eat it. For blush, she chose the Tarte Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Blush in Quirky. Alright, what's next? Highlight. She chose maybe my favorite highlight that I have. It's the ColourPop Flexitarian. This is so great because you can get that very nice, beautiful, subtle highlight, but you can also build it up to be like a really bright electric highlight. I'm just going to go for a natural today. And since it's not exactly a cream highlight, but it's also not exactly a powder highlight, so you kind of have to use a sponge or your fingers. A brush kind of just, I don't know, makes it look a little streaky. Alright, eyeshadow is next. I'm just going to use the same concealer to prime my eyes. Alright, for eyeshadow, we have the Color Story In Bloom palette. This is the palette from Five Below. Now, when I reviewed this palette, I think I did reds, yellows, and oranges. So I didn't get to experiment in this area too much. I might do like a neutral eye, like use these down here, and then, I don't know, Ginseng and Willow both look so pretty. Like, I really love this ginseng copper color, so pretty. Alright, next I'm going to take Camellia. It's like kind of a burgundy brown shade, and I'm going to put that in my crease. Okay, that shade is not looking as pigmented as the others are, and it's definitely looking more red on my eyes than it looks in the pan. Okay, I'm not sure how this ginseng color is going to look with this since it's kind of purpley, so I might just end up doing a purple eye and try out this shade Dahlia right here. These shades don't even look that different on my eye. I'm going to take an angled brush and go back in with Camellia and do a line on my lower lash line. And I'm going to go in with Dahlia, the bright purple again, and kind of blend that underneath as well. My eyes do this weird thing where they roll back whenever I do this, and like, I do it without thinking, and I always wonder afterwards, like, how does that look on camera? Probably pretty weird. Wow. Okay, this purple, I am loving. Why don't I do this more often? For all over the lid, I think I'm going to go in with this shimmery purple called Carnation. I'm going to first take it on my finger. These purple shades all have a similar tone, so they look so good together. That shimmer shade is not as bright as the other ones, but I kind of like it. You know what, just for kicks, I'm gonna actually try and top Gardenia. It's a really pretty pinkish color. It's like a little pink, little red. I'm gonna try and see how that looks on top. Ooh, okay, it's brightening it a bit. I like that, that's so pretty. Okay, we only really have one option for an inner corner highlight, and that's Calla Lily right here. I'm gonna pop that on the brow. Now I'm going to wet it, because this one you really do need to wet to get it to be super bright as an inner corner highlight. I'll just pop that in there. I love that. Why aren't I going anywhere tonight? What's there to do on a Monday? You know, I really don't use bright colors like this very often, but when I do, I really love it. Maybe I'll just start biting the bullet and going to work like this. I mean, some people do. I'm not in LA or New York City or anything like that, but like, live your life, you know? I think that those colors together are just so pretty. This palette was only $5. I don't know if I already mentioned this. It's the one I got from Five Below, and it is so good. Man, this is gonna be a long video to edit. Next up, we have eyeliner, and she chose the, I really don't know how to pronounce it. I am so bad at this. JonteBlu? I don't know. Ultra lasting 24-hour black liquid eyeliner. All right, eyeliner is on. For mascara, we have the Essence Lash Princess False Lash Effect Mascara, and this is the waterproof version. This mascara, you wouldn't be able to tell by this brush because it's just like a boring brush, but it is phenomenal. Like, it really lengthens your lashes and makes them look so good. I made a mistake by getting the waterproof version. This is so waterproof that you need a really good cleansing balm or cleansing oil at the end of the night to get this off. Wipes will not do anything. They will just rip your lashes out, and like, it needs to be a real good balm or oil. When it's on there, it is on there. Like, look at that. Look at this lash and then that. Like, does that not look like falsies? And this is only $5, so it's such a good deal, but definitely get the non-waterproof version because this is just so intense. Since the eyes are pretty powerful, I'm going to do a more subtle lip. So I forgot to have my cat choose a lip product, so I'm just going to choose it. I'm going to try this Berry Sweet Balm by e.l.f. and just tap it on my lips and not get a ton of color, just to give it a little bit of flush. I love this product because it is moisturizing and it smells like berry lemonade. It is so good. And then I'm going to top that with this Neutrogena Hydro Boost Hydrating Lip Shine. Last but not least, for setting spray, she picked the Mario Skincare Facial Spray with aloe, herbs, and rose water. I really love this spray as well as just the aloe one because they are both very hydrating and they feel so fresh, and they're not super dewy. It just really gives a nice set to your makeup. So this is the finished look from what my cat chose. Honestly, I think it turned out really great. I love the products she chose. I think my favorite thing about this look is the pink purple eye. This isn't something I do a whole lot, so I really, really like it. And it forced me to play around with bright colors, which I said I don't do often, so that's always fun. She does not like being held very much. All right, I had fun doing this video. I think she had fun doing this video. If you enjoyed it, you can give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like this, you can hit the subscribe button. She's done. I will have all the products I use down below. Thank you for watching. I appreciate your support, and I'll see you in my next video.